I was over here putting a pen to pad, one of my greatest duties. And I couldn't help but to recollect over my life and how in which I was formed or formulated. Welcome to the Foundation for Elevation station. And today's date and time calls for the healing of trauma. And I hear so much talk about healing your childhood traumas. And I just believe that when our Western society comes out with these movements of mental health, of trauma, of course they can be backed with manipulatory words. But I believe that it is a great deception within it. But here's the solution. Because I want to be positive with my initiative and my solution for tackling whatever childhood traumas is to be open and honest with the present environment or crowd you find yourself conjugating with. It's just that simple. You be kind and you find it's two things. Number one, you increase your vocabulary. You find the words to precisely indicate the feelings, emotions, and thoughts that you want to convey with the command of your vernacular. Yes, a vocabulary is so important. And I have met people that feel as though it's not important, but it is immensely important. Because the more words you know, the greater the circumference of your thoughts. Words are symbols of thoughts. So the less words you know, the less substantial thoughts that you have. But that's a whole bigger, deeper story, especially when it comes to your children. And the second part to my ideology of tackling and dealing with our childhood traumas is just that simple. Increase your wordplay. And number two, express your hurt and fears. When I meet people believe that I'm being negative when I say, hey, I have been dealing with so many people in my life that receive information from other people, and it forms the way in which they deal with me. I meet people that have already had so much information about me and maybe even studied me before they have become face to face with me and introduced themselves to me, and I introduce myself to them. So I believe that they have a certain agenda because they already knew me or knew of me. And it's very hurtful to deal with the trauma of someone having a orchestrated plan, an initiative to penetrate or extract something from me. I don't want to get too deep into that, but it is not a loving experience for someone to not be true. So I like to explain this, how my spirit takes the interaction between me and them. You have to explain your childhood traumas to a friend group in as few words as possible, with a degree of logic and reasoning, with not so much feelings and emotions to where you like whining like a big baby. as I have done in the past. And it's important for those friends or associates to empathize with you. If they don't empathize, if you don't empathize with someone exposing, with someone showing their vulnerabilities to the childhood trauma that they have dealt with, and you display a level of nonchalantness, I advise anyone else to walk away from those people. I don't care if it's a financial situation in play. Don't spend time around someone that does not feel the need to empathize with you about your vulnerabilities that you are disclosing to them. Why should they feel your pain? Because they want to be in your life. If you want to be in my life, I'm not asking you to just agree with me, but you damn sure not gonna sit in my face and act nonchalant like, oh, okay, it's good weather out here. You're not finna just ignore whatever I'm disclosing to you from my core. No, you ain't gonna treat me like I'm some type of aloof, off in the clouds type of person. Nah, you gonna stay away from me. You heard that horn? Straight up. Confirmation. You gonna get away from me. Because if you tell me about when you were raped, I'm gonna feel it. I'm never gonna. If a person can sit in your face and act nonchalantly fake, it's no reason to, continue this type of friendship. Well, these are my two defining measures to deal with your childhood trauma. Help associates understand what you have been through and what you're going through. I believe that these tactics, these methods are far greater than a lot of psychobabble, therapeutic, mental health situations that's going on in our world today. I want to say I love you and peace from the foundation for Elevation Station.